let's get right into it. Today we're exploring the very foundation of life itself, the tiny, intricate components that make up, well, everything that's alive. We're talking about biological molecules. But first, I've got a bit of a riddle for you. What on earth could possibly connect dynamite, the actual blueprint for life, and a whole heap of Nobel Prizes? It sounds a little crazy, but the answer really gets to the heart of why these molecules are such a big deal.
And there it is. The answer is the study of these molecules. You see, Alfred Nobel, the guy who invented dynamite, is also the guy who created the Nobel Prizes. And it's the groundbreaking discoveries about molecules like DNA and this amazing 3D model of myoglobin that are exactly the kind of science that wins those prestigious awards.
So that brings us right to our first big topic. We're going to dive into this prize-winning science to really understand why these tiny little molecules are in fact a very, very big deal.
I mean, just look at this list. It's like a who's who of scientific legends. You've got the Braggs, who gave us the tools to even see molecules in the first place. Then Watson and Crick, who unveiled that iconic double helix shape of DNA. And Kendrew and Perutz, who mapped out proteins in 3D. Every single one of these Nobel Prizes was a quantum leap in our understanding of how life actually works.
And the field where all this magic happens, it's called molecular biology. It's pretty much what it sounds like. It's the biology of molecules. But it's not just about naming them. It's about figuring out their shape, what they're made of, and most importantly, what they do.
And when all these molecules start interacting, building things up and breaking them down, well, that's biochemistry. That entire symphony of chemical reactions happening inside you this very second, that's your metabolism. It is literally the chemistry of life happening in real time. Now, if there is one thing, one golden rule you take away from all of this, let it be this: structure determines function. The shape of a molecule is everything. It's not random, it's perfectly designed for the job it has to do. If you change the shape, you change the job. It's that simple, and it's that important.
Okay, so we've covered the why this stuff is so important. Now let's get to the what. What is life actually made of? We're about to look at the fundamental recipe, the key ingredients that you'll find in every living thing.
And here's where it gets kind of wild. Despite all the incredible diversity of life on Earth, from a tiny bacterium to a giant sequoia tree, more than 99% of all the atoms in any living thing come from just 4 elements. Just 4. Almost everything that makes you you is built from the same tiny handful of ingredients. And here they are: hydrogen, carbon, oxygen, and nitrogen. These 4 are the absolute workhorses of biology. They're the superstars that team up to form the vast majority of molecules in our bodies and in every other organism. But even among these 4, carbon is the real MVP. Why? Because it is the ultimate connector. A single carbon atom can form 4 super strong bonds, which lets it link up with other atoms to create these long, stable chains and really complex rings. It's the perfect element to build the skeleton, or the backbone, of pretty much every important biological molecule.
So where did all this stuff come from in the first place? Well, the leading idea is called chemical evolution. The theory goes that billions of years ago, early Earth was this chaotic soup of simple molecules. Then, bam, bursts of energy from things like lightning or volcanoes zapped that soup, forcing those simple molecules to react and form the very first complex, carbon-based building blocks of life. And that idea of building blocks leads us perfectly into our final section. We've seen what life is made of. Now let's talk about how it all gets put together.
It all starts with a beautifully simple concept called a monomer. The best way to think about it is like a single Lego brick. It's a small, basic unit that's designed to be repeated and connected to others just like it. So what happens when you start clicking those Lego bricks, those monomers, together? You build something bigger, right? You get a polymer. A polymer is just a giant molecule made by linking tons of similar monomers together in a long chain. It's an incredibly smart and efficient way to build huge, complex things from simple, repeating parts.
And you can see that principle in action right here. On top, you have the individual monomers, like simple sugars or amino acids. Then, when they link up, they create the giant polymers on the bottom, things like starches and proteins. This whole monomer to polymer system is the universal construction plan for almost all of life's major molecules.
Listed are the minimum sites for the heading discussed. Note them specifically since they are highly relevant for exams.
And what's really cool is that this idea isn't just for biology. Nature uses it to make things like the cellulose in wood or the protein in your muscles. And we humans totally copied that idea to make things you use every single day, like the polyester in your shirt or the PVC in pipes. It's the exact same principle. Connect simple units to build something strong and useful.
So it all boils down to this really elegant concept. Life takes simple building blocks and creates almost infinite complexity. The ingredients are basic, the rules are straightforward, but the possibilities are endless. And now that we understand those rules, that structure determines function, we're already starting to design our own molecules for all sorts of things. Which leaves us with a pretty exciting question. Now that we know the recipe, what will we build next?
The screen highlights important terms for this topic, arranged based on various exam boards. These keywords require strong focus during preparation due to their importance and must not be overlooked at all. Additionally, there is a past paper review for each board and paper category. Pay attention to this as well, it will greatly enhance your preparation. Moreover, try to understand how each keyword works in context instead of just memorizing it alone. Practicing these terms regularly in past questions will improve your accuracy and exams outcomes.
Please subscribe our channel to get more educational videos. Thank you.